witness an incredible event and to have the honor of our very first guest of today's show. He's been on before. He is the Platinum One, Mike Perry. Mike, how are you?
Hey, what's going on, Randy Harris? I'm in the building.
Yeah, I was in the building. Talk about what that experience was like on Saturday night.
Man, I feel like you always say that you missed something super important for your family for one of my fights. I feel bad.
Let me throw this out real quick, Mike. I consider you part of my family, so, somebody's got to lose, and it wasn't you this time.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I had a great time on Saturday. Everything seemed to work out in the right direction in my favor, and it's a long time coming. I've been at this game a long time. I feel like I'm looking at myself, and I'm quite a professional now.
I know that you've heard over the past couple days that you are now the face of BKFC. I kind of thought that was the point the day David Feldman told me he was signing you, that you were the face of this company.
Yeah, well, it's always up in the air when the fight's about to happen, when, that's where the odds come from, and people believe in who they believe in. I was the favorite going into the fight, maybe not when it first started, and I succeeded, and I lived up to the expectations, and now the next fight that gets announced, when it finally does get announced, I'm sure it will have people talking, oh, this could be the new face of Bare Knuckle, or this, and but people know that I'm willing to stay here. I'm willing to, I'm in it for this bare knuckle stuff. I really enjoy it, the boxing, and it, when you hit someone in their mouth and their teeth go flying, that's a I got to watch out for my teeth, but I know what I'm in this game for, and I know how to protect myself. So I don't think there's a lot of people that are jumping in line to step in there with me.
Now, I read somewhere that you said your strategy was break his hand on your face, and then you're going to break his face with your hand. Did you say that?
That is what I said.
That's awesome.
I said I was going to headbutt his hands, and he's like, I'm going to kick you in your head. I was like, you're going to kick me? Come on. I was like, he was like, if you're going to headbutt me, I was like, well, headbutting your hands is legal. You're going to try to punch me in the head, right? I'm going to headbutt your fist, and then I'm going to step in and punch you in the nose.
Everybody has always talked about your demeanor and how relaxed you are. And, I saw you in the hotel on Friday, and if I didn't know that you had a big fight the next day, I would have thought you were headed to the beach.
Oh, man, that sounds pretty good. That's how I live my life, for sure. I'm always ready. I posted a little video and said it was date night. It was me and my girl, and they had us up in the skybox room watching the fights from up high in the arena. And then it's like, man, I'm going to watch some of these fights, and then I'm going to go, you know what? I want to get in there. I was like a fan that got to get in the main event and perform in front of the whole crowd, and what a spectacular event it ended up being. The stars were out in combat sports, and I got a little face-off with the Notorious. How fun was that?
I made this comment on Saturday, and I just want to do it while you're on as well. I wished fans knew more about combat sports, knew more about who was there, and I felt it was a little disrespectful. The ovation that Conor got when he walked in, and I heard two people yell something to Demetrius Johnson. Two. It would have been nice if Demetrius got some kind of ovation as well, being, some say, arguably on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, man. Well, I don't know. That's Conor, man. He's the biggest part of the entertainment side of this fighting. He knocked a lot of people out. He was very entertaining with his words and stuff the whole time, and people don't always get the chance to see him at fights. Well, I hear what you're saying. I do. I have a lot of respect for Demetrius Johnson and respect for Conor McGregor, but ultimately, of all the ovations that there were that night, it was my night, and I won, So, I'm grateful. Everybody, all the fans in there were like, man, I wish that could be me, but it was my turn. It was my time that night, and I'm looking to keep it going.
When did you come up with, and you always come up with great lines, obviously some of our best liners on our show are from you. When did you come up with asking Cowboy if you can get your arm back?
I've been thinking about that one for a while, man. When I was calling him out, I hadn't seen him yet, and I called Connor in, and then it was like, I was mentioning to Connor about the MMA math, about how he beat someone who armbarred me, and in this sport it's different, and I was just kind of saying how my attributes add up to us fighting, and it would be a competitive match, and if he's interested, and I know everyone's interested, especially a prize fighter is interested in those big paychecks, and bare knuckle is paying. So and then I saw Cowboy after I was walking out of the ring. They're like, hey, Cowboy's back there. I was like, all right, let me go say hi. I went over to him, and he had like a bunch of gray hair, man. He's looking old. He's looking like he definitely don't fight anymore. So I was like, oh, it's all love, man. I was just saying, give me my arm back, bro.
It was awesome.
So Mike, obviously Randy and I were there at the Denver UFC fight when that arm broke.
What did you give up to go out there on Saturday?
What's that?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean?
I gave up being around my daughter, being engaged.
I wasn't going to miss Platinum Perry. Like, I wasn't going to miss the biggest nut fight of the century. But no, Mike. So look, we've been there through all the years, all the antics, all the crazy publicity and headlines you make. I saw your wife or your girl in the corner. I know years ago you made headlines with like her being your only corner person and did this big statement, but she's still there. And how does she feel about the fight? Does she get nervous? Does she get excited? Is she like scared for you, or just loves the fight game as much as you do?
Good question, man. She's amazing. To be ready to go for that, it's a nerve-wracking thing for anybody who cares about their loved ones and are going out to fight. She's been there in the corner for about 5 or 6 fights now. She's been there for a couple other ones as well. And I don't know, we work together as a team. She lets me work. She lets me focus. She knows it's up to me. And I can't be getting beat up in front of my girl, man. So it gives me some motivation to go out there and do what I'm supposed to do.
You know what I noticed also on Friday, obviously in the hotel, and I kind of relate it to, my wife and I have been married over 40 years, and we don't necessarily react, to everything. You walked into the lobby and she was on the phone and didn't even look up at you. And to me, that means what kind of relationship that this is real, not like, oh, there's Mike Perry. That's my boyfriend. That's my husband. That's my guy. She just stayed on the phone like you didn't even walk through the lobby. I liked that.
Yeah, for sure, man. She knows that during those times, my attention is dragged in all types of directions. I have so many things I have to do, so many people I have to talk to, networking I have to do, and I have to support my fans that support me, and I have to, she's one thing I wish so after the fight, there was one time when she was like trying to kiss me, but my intention was in all these different directions in the ring, and then she kind of just let me have my moment, and then, she didn't try to make it about her, or she let me enjoy it. She was happy that I had won, and then it's like I finally saw her in the back. Someone was taking a video of me walking through to the press conference. There's a video out there, and it's like, oh, hey, babe, hey. I see her, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, look at you. You look so beautiful. Thank you for being here. And, so I'm grateful to have her.
Good stuff.
So Mike, I got to say, man, I love the new professional Mike Perry. It looks good on you. The greatest combat champion or figure in sports combat came to you after your fight in the middle of the squared circle. So congratulations, my brother. I appreciate our friendship.
What was Conor yelling, during your fight? And was he yelling to you, at you, or to Luke, or at Luke?
You know what, man? I didn't hear Conor yelling for me. I know Eddie and Chad said that they heard him a little bit. And Eddie got the uppercut Conor was calling for, and I didn't hear it. I hope he was enjoying the show. I know he posted some things about the event, and he said some high regards to BKFC, and that's what's important, is that, we take the sport and we grow it, and that benefits me as well. So, everyone was entertained, and it is the entertainment business. That's what it was about. Maybe I wish I could have heard some of what he was saying, but we got the job done, and it was too easy. There is danger ahead. There's got to be some tougher fights on the horizon.
So you were so laser focused in the squared circle, you didn't hear Conor. I'm curious that when you felt Luke's tooth in your hand, did you lose focus for a second? What were the thoughts when you realized what's going on?
Well, I was able to hear my coach, right? I've trained so much, and I've focused on hearing what my coach has to say, and they were very high energy in the corner. When I did hit Luke with that shot, I believe I heard my coach saying, "Oh, get him," or something. And then I remember feeling it in my knuckles, and I was just like, "Oh, I can't." Whatever that was, I didn't look at my knuckles because I guess I figured something penetrated it. I was like, whatever that was, I want to feel that again right now in my fist. And I went after the shot, and Luke defended well, but then he was like, the gap was closing on him, and he knew I was getting closer and closer to landing another one of those shots, and he did not want to feel that, especially with his teeth already busted up.
So Mike, that whole not hearing Conor McGregor, that's actually your sympathetic nervous system taking over your responses. That's why you, the tunnel vision, and only the coach that you condition for advice in that environment is what you listen to. So remember my truck and the vertical gym, that's what I do. I've been busy, but I promise you, for this next fight camp, I'm going to get over there. I'm going to train you and give you separation from the next person that tries to come and take your belt. We're going to make you further ahead.
Hey man, I'm well ahead already. I'm looking to stay exactly where I'm at, or go even higher. And I know what it takes to do it. I know what it takes to focus, and I know how to turn it on when I need to.
Absolutely. Great stuff. As always, Mike, thank you very much. Congratulations. It was a lot of fun to watch. I'm sure it was a lot of fun to participate. Just do me a favor. Try not to fight next November, because my daughter will be really pissed if I miss the wedding to come to your fight.
Well, thank you. Props to Knockout Radio, and thank you to all my sponsors, everyone who watched the fight, tuned in, everyone who's looking forward to the next one. Thank you, guys. Have a great one.
Take care. Platinum Mike Perry, heavily involved in Knockout Radio. We've been friends and partners in
the professional
media.
one.
He's a good dude. All right, let's go hit a quick break, and we will continue. This is Knockout.